Just doing my usual testing here. Okay, we're all good. Alright, anyway, folks, welcome to Fighting Spirit tonight. Tonight's episode's not really a Fighting Spirit episode, it's more so an episode to set up Shockwave Wrestling Fury Ring. That will be happening tonight, and it's going to be one heck of a show tonight. Just 1 second here before I start things up. But anyway, we'll kick things off with our first match of the evening, or of today. It is going to be Mr. 2K versus Masahiro Chono today. And like I said earlier tonight, today's episode here is just a setup for Fury Ring, which will be happening tonight on Shockwave Wrestling. And Fury Ring's going to be a hell of a show. Main event, I bet, for Fury Ring is going to be Mr. Amazing versus Triple H. That match will not be happening tonight because in this show here tonight, we'll have Shockwave, we'll have the War Council and the NWO taking on Team WWE, but in different matches. So instead of Triple H versus Mr. Amazing, you're going to have, let's say, Mr. Amazing versus The Rock, or Chaz versus Triple H, something kind of like that. Right now, though, Chono in control. Early show, yeah, I'm doing an early show because of, well, again, I don't work today until 5 o'clock, and I get off at 9, so that's why I'm doing an early one right now. And like I said, today's a setup to Fury Ring, so we'll see if Fury Ring will have a show tonight. Which, again, Fury Ring probably won't have until like an hour after I get back from work, so that's at least a good thing, because it's going to be a long show tonight for Fury Ring. Lots of matches will be on that card. From a world title match between Drill Maloney and the evil Marcus King, you're going to have probably multiversal title defense, probably Rick Rude versus Yokozuna or something like that. And you're going to have a slew of other matches with Shockwave Wrestling's, aka the War Council, taking on members of Team WWE. And the huge stake of tonight is can Mr. Amazing defeat Triple H? If Mr. Amazing beats Triple H tonight, then the multiverse is gone. It is shut down. But if Triple H wins, not only does the multiverse live on, but he will own Shockwave Wrestling. Right now, though, Mr. 2K taking a nap on the barricade. Mr. 2K, how about you wake up, please? I think this is a match you're supposed to be having. Wonder if The Rock will be there. Who knows? It's The Rock. Chono dives through the air, probably could have taken a count-out victory over Mr. 2K, but Chono is getting revenge for last week when Blaze and Mr. 2K cheated to beat him and Muda, but then the decision of the match was reversed because Michael Blaze got caught cheating during the match. And then 2K would, of course, fireball Michael Blaze in the face. And then later on in that show, Mr. 2K got jackknifed off the stage by Kevin Nash, and then jackknifed another couple times by Kevin Nash. Right now, Chono tossing around Mr. 2K like he's dead weight. Blaze says, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. He got caught cheating. And it basically got the decision of the match switched into Chono and Muda's favor, cover Chono off of Snake Eyes, and that will do it. Masahiro Chono of the NWO Japan defeats Mr. 2K. Blaze says he never cheats, but you're going to have to cheat the next match if you want to win, but there's Masahiro Chono beating Mr. 2K to a bloody pulp. At least we start off tonight with a good way, and Mr. 2K losing. And speaking of Blaze, he will have to get out there right here, right now, because Michael Blaze is going to have to face the great Muda. Muda wants revenge for what Blaze did to him, hitting him with brass knuckles, and that's what forced Blaze and 2K to win. Ray Little said, glad 2K went down. Well, hopefully Blaze goes down to the great Muda. Ray Little, he is the current hybrid champion. He will not have to defend that title probably for a little bit. Most likely he won't have to defend that title until April or very late March. 2K said, so? What are you saying? So to Blaze or so to Ray Little? Right now, though, Michael Blaze has got a total more armbar applied to the Great Muta. Muta wearing those NWO colors on his face. And here comes the Great Muta. You don't want to deal with a pissed-off Great Muta. And in the corner, Great Muta. Blaze, though, gets his feet up in the corner. Surprised that Blaze even countered that move. And here comes Michael Blaze. Blaze has not won a match in a clean way since May of 2024, which was against a fan, nonetheless. So really, Blaze hasn't really beaten an actual wrestler in a long time. 2K saying, I'll see you all at Fury Ring. How about we just ban 2K from Fury Ring? How about we just do that? He doesn't need to be there. Racism shot, 2K respond. It's not like their style anyway. Yeah, true, that's right. Blaze is caught by Muta, but good counter for Blaze. Let's see if Blaze will pull up a fight against the Great Muta. If he finally wins a match without cheating now, basically you have to drink a thing of bleach probably, and a side suplex by Michael Blaze. Problem with Blaze is he gets into his head too much and costs him the match. Devin says KOPW champions here. Well, Devin, you're not in the card tonight, mainly just because this is a setup for Fury Ring, and the thing about this is there's a huge amount of big names not here tonight for this show. There is no Marcus King, there is no not Corey. A lot of the MSW people are not here tonight. The tag team champions are not booked tonight. They only have one title match, and that's the World Championship, where Brimstone defends against Takayama in our main event. Blaze is caught STF by Great Muta and rope right there. Yeah, there's a lot of good names that are not on this card tonight because the what's going on here. 2K likes to screw people over, then sit back and make money while their customers suffer. Do you know who else does that other than just EA? Ubisoft. But Ubisoft as a company could be gone. They might be gone in a year or two. Considering how the Japanese government is not liking what they're doing in Shadows, the Japanese government might even try to sue Ubisoft. I don't think you're winning that battle if you're Ubisoft. Here's the cover to Blaze, and a kick out there by Michael Blaze. Blaze did one of the worst things you could do, and that's disrespect the Great Muta. And if you disrespect the Great Muta, he's going to beat the living pulp out of you. And right now he's doing that to Michael Blaze. Blaze trying to bat to his feet, but Muta is all over him. Last time Blaze and Muta faced off one-on-one was a Hell in a Cell back on Shockwave in October. It was a 2 out of 3 falls match, and Muta won 2-0. He swept Michael Blaze. As the last time these two have faced one-on-one. Blaze going for a 619 to the Great Muta. Michael Blaze, 619 to the Great Muta. And now Blaze splashes down on Muta. The cover to the Great Muta. Blaze to beat Muta. And it's not enough to beat Muta. Just 2 cases, if you got a problem with me, say it to my face. Can't do that because you always run away every time you say something to him. Blaze will be going for that diving Hurricane Rana. If he hits this could be a victory maybe for Michael Blaze, and he hits the Hurricane Rana off the top. Usually he drags that into a pin, but he decides not to. And oh, what the hell is this? Blaze with a low blow. Michael Blaze with a low blow on the Great Muta. And Muta kicked out. Blaze cheated, and he still didn't get the win. Blaze cheated with a low blow to the Great Muta, but it's still not enough to defeat Great Muta. And a springboard DDT by Michael Blaze. Blaze the springboard. Oh, he missed bad. That might cost him the match, especially after he low blowed the Great Muta. And a kick out there. We got a Blaze can't wrestle chant from the fans in the crowd here tonight. I said Blaze made a costly mistake. He just low-blowed Muta. That is a bad idea if you're Michael Blaze. You low-blow a man like this, that could backfire. In a form of the Mist or a Moonsault, a Shining Wizard, anything by the Great Muta. Muta stomps in the hand of Michael Blaze. He is now pissed. Oh, he's pissed. Referee might have to maybe come in here and stop Muta from... Might have to maybe pull back the Great Muta. He is laying down shot after shot on Michael Blaze. Off the ropes, duck under there by Muta. Muta shoulder tackle to Michael Blaze. That was a rough shoulder tackle by the Great Muta. And now Muta firing off Blaze, the elbows to the face of the Muta. Muta, though, the counter. Blaze is stunned right now. He is getting beaten up. Muta taking out his frustrations. Muta with a snap suplex. And now Blaze is the man in trouble. Muta's going to try to set up for the moonsault. Nope, never mind. Oh no, Hurricane Rana by Muta. Muta gets the cover, deep cover. Muta gets the win. Blaze cheated and it still didn't win him the match. Muta with the Hurricane Rana bridges into the pin and he pins Blaze for 3. There's some revenge for last episode by the Great Muta. There you go. Blaze and 2K goes down tonight. Thank the gods above for that one. Blaze is trying to go after the referee. It's not the referee's fault. I mean, Blaze cheated and he still lost like an idiot. Most of the time, Blaze's cheating gets him nowhere. Blaze says, you screwed me over to the referee, and the referee's saying, what are you talking about, Blaze? You cheated. And you still lost. And oh no, the referee has punched Michael Blaze. Take that, Blaze. That's what you get for trying to mouth off to the referee. And yet you cheated. But good wins there for Chono and Muta over Blaze and 2K. And we'll start our first of multiple shot of the War Council and NWO versus Team WWE matchups. The first is Scott Norton against Andre the Giant, so a little NWO versus WWE here. Blaze saying out of the referee that he can't do that. The ref's allowed to punch you, Blaze. We'll see here if Scott Norton can beat Andre the Giant. Alright, DDT for Scott Norton. Andre will be a tough opponent for Big Scott Norton. But Norton's got power. I mean, if you watched last episode, there was a 6-man tag where it was the Iron Taylor, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Scott Norton. They faced Hulk Hogan, Bruno Sammartino, and The Undertaker. Hogan hit the leg drop on Scott Norton, and Norton kicked out at 1. And an amazing or Ray Little says that I can see Scott Norton getting the pin. Well, hey, that's fine. That'll be 1-0 for the War Council and the NWO. I like to get on the board early, but here's a cover here by Andre and a kick out for Norton. I think after this will be the Macho Man Randy Savage taking on The Undertaker, and later on will be Iron Taylor versus Hulk Hogan. Oh, Ray Little, okay. Yeah, especially that match between Hulk Hogan and the Iron Taylor is going to be a very interesting matchup. Especially what could happen in that fight. And no, we do not need cheap viewers, okay? We do not need those people. But right now, the big slam by Andre. Andre is doing a good job at containing Scott Norton. Norton is a former 2-time IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, so he does know how to get the job done. But when you're trying to get the job done against a man like Andre the Giant, who weighs most likely over 400 pounds and is over 7 feet tall, it's going to be hard to beat a man like him. Depends on the Wi-Fi. Yeah, the Wi-Fi has lately's been ass. Mine's been okay, but, you know, it had an issue last night, but it only went away for like a minute and it came back. Big time headbutt in the corner by Andre, and right now Andre putting the boots to Norton, but Norton with a good counter. Scott Norton's going to put something together here, but good push off, and Andre with a shoulder tackle. Are we watching like the Andre of old here? Because he's taking the fight to Norton. Big STL by Andre. And out of the floor goes Andre the Giant. At first, Andre did not want to join Team WWE. At first he was saying no to them. But then they gave him an offer that he couldn't refuse. And that offer to Andre is, if Triple H beats Mr. Amazing tonight, he will give Andre the Giant the first shot at the at whatever they're going to call SWW in the world title, if Mr. Amazing wins. or if Mr. Amazing loses, that's what Triple H will do. He's going to give Andre the Giant the first shot of the World Championship. That's the thing, though. Triple H has to win. Over here, Andre, kick out by Norton. Styles says T-Mobile internet has been nothing but great. That's true. It's chopped there by Andre the Giant. Another thing, though, with the multiverse and what could happen if that shuts down is apparently there's been talks that whoever walks out of Fury Reign as the multiversal champion, which right now would be Rick Rude, if the multiverse does get shut down by Mr. Amazing due to his victory over Triple H, there's talks that maybe Rick Rude will have to fight someone for an opportunity at a roster spot over in Shockwave Wrestling. There's a bear hug by Andre. A bear hug that's actually beaten a couple opponents before. Mostly Michael Blaze, that is. It's Norton with a bear clap, and oh, he can't even knock down Andre. Andre stopping the shoulder tackle of Norton, and Norton needs a two-handed choke slam by Andre. Andre into a big cover on Norton, and a kick out of one. Blaze says to hurry up, I'm bored. Blaze, how about you leave the arena? You don't need to be here anymore. Andre drops the elbow. Andre cover. Andre to beat Norton, and a kick out by Norton, and Andre can't believe it. Multiversal title's on the line tonight? Okay, then that means Rick Rude will live to fight another day, but I know that Rude's going to have his eyes on a couple matches here tonight at Fury Reign. I won't say what, but again, I don't know the tactics of Rick Rude. Oh, jeez, oh my goodness, Andre with a headbutt out of the corner. That was a dangerous looking head. Oh no, Andre, no, not off the second rope. Oh, wow, Andre the Giant. What in the world was that? And Andre wins. I don't know how you would ever kick out of that, especially if it's Andre doing that move. Someone might need to check on the ribs of Scott Norton after that. Andre with a version of the bonsai drop on Scott Norton. Andre wins. Good God. Yeah, someone might need to we might need to get some medical attention out here to Scott Norton. That was not good. That was not good. That was a brutal looking, I don't even know what to call that move by Andre. At least it wasn't Yoko, but again, I don't know whose I'd rather take. I don't know who I'd rather take. Would I take Andre's version or would I take Yokozuna's? Yeah, that was brutal. That was absolutely brutal by Andre the Giant. Giant Bomb? It might be what we might have to call that move, the Giant Bomb. We might have to call it that. Surprised the ring didn't break. I know, me too. Good thing we kind of put a little extra support in it tonight, but good God. That was dangerous by Andre. Is that his new finisher? Is that his new big move? But anyway, here it's going to be Randy Savage versus The Undertaker. I didn't respect Savage here for taking the side of the War Council and the NWO for helping Mr. Amazing. The Giant Bomb. Yeah, that was a Giant Bomb, all right. Right to the friggin' chest of Scott Norton. Andre and Yoko would be an unstoppable team. Yeah, a team like that was basically kind of like Jumbo Ceruto or Genichiro Tenryu or something like Miracle Violence Connection or Andre and Giant Baba, something like that. Good counter by Randy Savage. Savage at first was asked by Triple H and Shawn Michaels to join them in the fight against the War Council and Shockwave and the NWO, but Savage said no to them, and he'd rather help Mr. Amazing and all the others than join Triple H and Team WWE. And so then Triple H and Shawn would attack Savage and say that he turned his back on the WWE. And then, of course, Savage came over here, joined up with the NWO, and helped the War Council and Taylor win a six-man tag match last episode. And you had to believe, if anything goes wrong during the main event of Mr. Amazing versus Triple H and they need some backup, I would bet Randy Savage would try to come out there and back up Mr. Amazing if he has to. No, if all the big guys in the company form a faction, everyone's dead. I know. Again, I don't know if anyone would be able to kick out of that move by Andre. That's a championship level maneuver there by Andre. Good counter again by Savage. Right now, Randy Savage is beaten down on The Undertaker. And a stunt wrench suplex here by Randy Savage. Savage now going to throw Undertaker almost into the referee, but Taker almost teleported right through the official. And Savage with a body slam the Undertaker. And now top rope, Randy Savage going to call him the Undertaker. Is he going for the diving double axe handle on the Undertaker? And the axe handle, oh no, Savage went for his axe handle. He's caught by the Undertaker. Who do you think's my most feared man in this company right now? That is a good question. Oh god, Taker. Taker with a choke slam off the second rope to Randy Savage. That might be it right now at the moment. No, Savage had two kicks out of a choke slam off the second rope. Undertaker is taking down the straps. You know what that means? John can be up there. Yeah, John, Brimstone. I mean, after what we just saw, Andre the Giant's got to be up there. And a few others, too. I mean, Misawa's a feared man just because Misawa's so good at wrestling, and he's got a lot of good records against people here. Who else would be a feared guy here? Again, when it comes to most feared, it doesn't mean always big man. There's always guys that know how to wrestle well that people are afraid of facing because they know they're going to lose to them. Savage dives at The Undertaker. Oh, sorry for the yawn there. Whew. Well, woke up a little earlier this morning to watch the New Japan Cup Finals. I'll talk about that in the next match, because it does involve a wrestler here. Knee drop there by Randy. Oh, you know what? I'll put Gabe Kidd probably on that most feared list. Not because, Gabe's a feared guy. It's mainly just because Gabe's an aggressive wrestler. Right to the eyes by Randy Savage. Good. Oh, another eye rake by Savage. Savage raking at the eyes of The Undertaker. And a pile driver on the floor to The Undertaker. Savage raking at the eyes of Taker and then pile drives him on the floor. That's got to give Taker some flashbacks to 1992 when he faced Jake Roberts at WrestleMania 8. When Jake DDT'd The Undertaker on the floor, on the concrete floor at that. Savage should be thinking the elbow to The Undertaker. Savage drops the elbow on The Undertaker. And no, Taker kicks out of the elbow. At least it's not like when Hogan kicked out of the elbow. Because really in WrestleMania 5, it felt like Hogan kicked out of the elbow at 1. Taker blocking Savage's suplex attempt. Taker. Bryce didn't go for a tombstone, but no, he slams down Savage in an Alabama slam. And now Taker. Oh, he's doing the throat slit. Here we go. This could be it for Savage. Off the ropes. The Undertaker drops the leg. Oh, out of the ring goes Randy. Taker will follow him. Good idea by Savage to go out of the ring and a gut shot to The Undertaker. Right now it's 1-0 for Team WWE over the War Council and the NWO. Well, all it takes is one match and this thing is flipped on its side. Taker thrown into the ring post by Savage. Favorite characters and gimmicks? There's a lot of people that I appreciate, that I'm a fan of their characters and gimmicks. Depends on what you talk about when you talk about now to, all time. But there's a big time shot of the back of The Undertaker off the top by Savage. Savage attacking the arm in the back of The Undertaker. That's a good idea by Savage. Because I don't think Taker can lift someone up for the last ride if he's got a bad arm. Counter by Taker. Taker, I'm surprised he didn't throw Savage back in. Throws Savage into the steel steps. And Taker will go back in the ring to get back some energy. Back in the ring is Savage. Taker, thought I was thinking about it. And a back suplex by Taker. Dude will go to federal prison. There you go. Savage, nice move there. And now Randy. Oh, I thought he was going for a pile driver instead. No, he's blocked by The Undertaker. The power of The Undertaker can change matches at any time. There's a big elbow by Taker. Taker can be set up for it. Taker's going for a tombstone. No, it's stopped by Savage. Taker was thinking tombstone. You gotta believe if Taker hits the tombstone, it's game over. Body slam. The slam. Oh, wait, but the Undertaker already back up to his feet. Savage drops the move off the top rope, and now Savage goes up. Savage up top. And now we'll set up for it. Savage drops the elbow. And that will do it. Savage wins it. So there's the first point on the board tonight for the War Council and the NWO. Savage beats The Undertaker. 2 flying elbows of The Undertaker by Savage. A body slam, though, happened earlier, and Taker was out, but he got right back up to his feet and almost threw Savage off the top rope. But the Macho Man Randy Savage has beaten The Undertaker, and look at that, Shockwave is now on the board. Styles talked about Randy Orton at one point and tried to kill John Cena with some pyro. Almost reminiscent of what happened to Jeff Hardy. But here's one match a lot of people are looking forward to. It's the Iron Taylor taking on Hulk Hogan. You know, Taylor and Hogan don't like each other. So we'll see tonight, can the Iron Taylor beat Hulk Hogan? Or is Hulk Hogan going to beat the Iron Taylor? Very interesting if Taylor can beat Hogan. If Hogan beats Taylor, then Taylor might lose it. Who knows? And Taylor getting thrown into the ropes there early on by Hulk Hogan. And now Hogan drops some elbows and face washes on the Iron Taylor. Not looking very good early on here by Taylor. Blaze says if Taylor beats Hogan, the match was rigged. Oh my God. Really? Come on, Blaze. Right now, though, on the moment, it's currently Hulk Hogan who's under control of the Iron Taylor. Taylor needs to get into this matchup. He needs to stop thinking about other things. Right now, though, Hogan trying to go at the eyes and jaws of the Iron Taylor. Taylor can't win the match if he can't see anything. Now off the ropes, duck under there by Hogan. Hogan. Oh, Hogan blocking Taylor. Blaze is cheering on Hulk Hogan. Well, that's not a surprise, considering that Hogan is considered the father of Michael Blaze. I don't know if that's by birth or on birth certificate or whatever. Oh, Taylor blocks Hogan. Hogan was slamming Taylor's head in the turnbuckles, and a great counter by Taylor, but Hogan blocks Taylor. Ray Little trying to get Taylor. Oh no, Taylor thrown to the floor. I was going to say Ray Little cheering on the Iron Taylor, but Hogan throws Taylor on the top rope. So I was talking about his uploading some of his guys on 25. I'll look at some of that later after I'm done work. And Taylor's head is slammed into the apron of the ring. Taylor trying to back up, trying to get some damage on Hogan, but Hogan's like a man possessed. Wait a minute, counter by Taylor, but he can't win it on the floor. Taylor's going to have to get Hogan back in the ring and go for something big. Taylor thrown into the barricades here on the outside of the ring. I'm surprised Hogan's not trying to flex to the people here tonight, considering that's Hulk Hogan that we know. Hogan will get the side breaker to the Iron Taylor, and right now Hulk Hogan, this has been his match to win. But Taylor's going to try to fight back. Hogan off the ropes and needs a back elbow by the Iron Taylor. If you're Taylor, that's a good ticket to get back into the matchup. Blaze is trying to mock the fans. Why would you do that when Hulk Hogan's in the ring, Blaze? Hogan firing off and a big knee lift to Taylor, and Hogan again to the back of the Iron Taylor. This has not been going very well for the Iron Taylor. He needs to fight back. He's only done a couple moves in on Hulk Hogan. And other than that, Hogan's been dominating him. And a suplex by Hulk. What the hell? Hogan going up top? Hulk Hogan top rope here against the Iron Taylor. Can he move out of the way? No, he can't. A splash, the Iron Taylor. Will this defeat the Iron Taylor? No, Taylor kicks out at 2, and Hogan's wondering if he can beat Taylor now. Hogan, I thought it was Hogan was maybe set up for that leg drop, but no, he didn't. Taylor. Another backbreaker, but Taylor flips out of it. Good idea there by Taylor. No, here we go. Hogan and Taylor. Back and forth here, but countered by Hogan. Hogan gets blocked by Taylor. Taylor chops Hogan. These two back and forth, back and forth, back and forth here with these blows. Chops and punches by both. Uh-oh, missed by Hogan. Hogan misses it, and a big boot. Hogan hits the boot, and now Hogan can be sent for the leg drop. Taylor might want to move out of the way. Taylor might want to move. Hogan's going to set for the leg drop. He's going for it. Here it comes. Hogan drops the leg. The leg drop to the Iron Taylor. But no! Taylor kicks out of the leg drop. And there's the Hulk Hogan that we know. Hogan flexing around, getting the Hulkamaniacs on his side. Taylor kicked out of the leg drop. Taylor's got him up in the air. Taylor's in trouble. Hogan. Blaze was saying no about Taylor kicking out of the leg drop. Taylor's bleeding. Taylor is busted open, but a counter by Taylor to the chest of Hulk Hogan. Hogan's caught in a sleeper hold. But a counter by the Hulkster. And now Hogan firing off on Taylor. Another backbreaker. Again, targeting that back of the Iron Taylor. Hogan sees Taylor in the corner. You gotta believe if Hogan hits another leg drop, this might be it for the Iron Taylor here. Taylor put in the corner. Hogan pulling the arm of Taylor into the ropes. Taylor, missed by Hogan with the punch. And an elbow of Hulk Hogan. And now Taylor's fighting back. Taylor got shot to Hulk. This is what Taylor has to do if he wants to win. And now Bulldog. Hogan was in complete control for most of the matchup, and now Taylor's getting back into the driver's seat. Taylor. Headlock punch. This is not good for Hogan. You don't want this if you're the Hulkster. Hogan in trouble. Knees to the back by Iron Taylor and drops him down. If you're Hogan now, what are you going to do to stop the attack of Iron Taylor? And now Cloverleaf. Taylor's got a Cloverleaf locked in on Hogan. Is Hogan going to submit to the Iron Taylor? That would be hilarious, but no, he doesn't. Taylor is fired up again. And now Taylor will be going up for that splash. Hogan might be out. Taylor's going up. Hogan's in trouble. And the splash on Hogan. Taylor to pin Hulk Hogan. And no, Hogan kicks out at 2. Taylor almost just beat Hulk Hogan with a splash off the top, but it's not enough. And an elbow to the leg of Hulk Hogan. Taylor's now got the fans on his side. He's got Ray Little cheering him on in the back, stomping the arm of the Hulkster. Blaze is in distraught right now. He's in distraught. He's seen his father getting beaten up by the Iron Taylor, a man that Blaze hates. And now shot to the head of Hulk Hogan. At one point, we thought it was over. We thought Taylor was beaten due to a leg drop. But it was not enough to beat Taylor. And then here's Taylor with a fiery fury. And he almost beat Hogan. Hogan trying to roll out of the ring, but he can't. Taylor is stopping him. He can't get out of the ring. Taylor stomping his every direction. In the corner. Oh, Hogan got the legs up. Hogan got the feet up there on that one. And Taylor's going to be in trouble. Does Hogan hit that leg drop from anywhere? The slam out of the corner. Cover on Taylor to beat Taylor. Hogan. Kick out again by Taylor. Hogan is not happy about that kick out by the Iron Taylor. Hogan hit right to the back of Taylor. Taylor in trouble again. Shot. Oh, no. Oh, now a leg drop to the arm. A leg drop to the arm of the Iron Taylor by Hogan. Ray Little is saying that Taylor's playing with this old man. Shot to the back. Smart move by Taylor. Roll the ropes. Remember, he can get a rope break. There's a big elbow to the head of Hulk Hogan. And now Hogan's the one in trouble. This one, Hogan thought he might be maybe thinking leg drop. Taylor rolled to the ropes. Shot to the back of Hulk Hogan. Now Hogan rolls out of the ring. Hogan is exhausted right now on the floor. Look out for Taylor, the leg drop off the top rope. Right on the floor to Hogan. And Taylor flips off Hulk Hogan. Taylor's like a man possessed right now. Oh, and Hogan goes a little low on that one. And a bear hug, but remember, even if Taylor taps out, Hogan does not win this match because he can't win it on the floor. He can't win this match on the outside of the ring. And oh, Taylor, I think, passed out. Yeah, I think Taylor just passed out. Hogan drops the leg on the outside of the ring. A leg drop on the floor by Hogan, and Hogan's telling the referee to count. Will this end the match? Hogan's trying to win by countout. Hogan wants to win this by countout. Hogan's going to the lengths of a countout victory to beat the Iron Taylor. And Taylor's back up. He's cranking his neck back in. And Hogan can't believe his eyes. Hogan cannot believe that Taylor got back up to his feet off of that. There's a two-handed choke slam by Hogan. And now a knee right to that leg of the Iron Taylor. And now Hogan's going to look to end this. Hogan's going to go for the slam and the leg drop. He's got Taylor up. No, Taylor got out of the way. Taylor moved out of the way. And now Hogan. Oh, there's another backbreaker. Hogan's hit so many backbreakers, the Iron Taylor, tonight. If it was a 10-count match, Taylor would have lost. Yeah, we don't have 10 counts here. We got 20 counts. So Hogan can say that he has cheated all he wants if he loses, but it's his fault that he doesn't know the rules. Knee to the side of the head. Taylor trying to fight back. Hogan's picked him back up to his feet. Hogan has Taylor up for another backbreaker, but Taylor saw it coming. Taylor blocked him with elbow strikes. Taylor throws Hogan off the ropes. Taylor went for a drop toe hold, but Hogan is caught. Hogan's caught. Taylor's got him up. An iron driver to Hulk Hogan. The iron driver to Hulk Hogan. Has Taylor just beaten Hulk Hogan? Taylor's trying to get him away from the ropes. Cover by Taylor. Taylor to pin Hulk Hogan. And Taylor has pinned Hulk Hogan in an absolute war. All the backbreakers and leg drops and boots were not enough to defeat the Iron Taylor. Even a leg drop on the floor. And Taylor even passed out. Taylor passed out on the floor due to a bear hug. And then Hogan hit him with a leg drop. And Taylor got back in the ring before the 20 count. Hogan tried to slam him to go for the leg drop. Taylor countered it. Taylor hit an iron driver, and he got a 3 count. Taylor has just put the War Council and the MWO up 2-1 right now. And Blazes came into the ring and shoved the Iron Taylor. Hogan is saying that the referee was helping Taylor. What do you mean? Yeah, he did. He beat Hulk Hogan. Which is good. Oh, excuse me. Right now it's 2-1. Blaze is saying restart the match. No, we're not restarting the match, you idiot. Just because you lost, Blaze, doesn't mean you have to be pissy about another person losing. So it's right now 2-1 for the War Council and Shockwave and the NWO. Next match, it's Kyle Hammer and Shawn Michaels. Let's see, can Kyle Hammer make it 3-1? Or is Shawn going to tie this thing up? Restart Hogan's hurt. Yeah, there you go. Hogan said he counted too slow. No, he didn't. Again, that's Hulk's problem. Like I said, that's Hulk's problem. He doesn't know that we have a 20 count here, not a 10 count. If it was a 10 count for a count out, Taylor would have lost. Because Taylor didn't get back in the ring for the 10 count. If this was a WWE rules, and that match would have been over and Hulk Hogan would have won by a count out. But he didn't. And that's because we have a 20 count here. Taylor got back in the ring, countered Hogan's body slam. Hogan went for a backbreaker again. Taylor countered that. Then he hit him with the iron driver and got the win. You want a fast count? Vader and Flair, not yet. There you go. Hogan wants a rematch. No. You lost. Good day, sir. Michaels beating down on Kyle Hammer. Michaels though taunting to the fans here. The only point right now for Team WWE was Andre the Giant beating Scott Norton, and he beat him with what he's calling the Giant Bomb, his version of the Bonsai Drop. And I think he almost killed Scott Norton with that move too. Other than that, it's been 2 in a row for Team Shockwave, War Council, and NWO. It was Savage that got them on the board. Then Taylor beat Hogan. Blaze is saying, I'm suing that referee. No, you're not. Referee, you're not suing the referee. You don't have the money for that, Blaze. Right now, though, Kyle Hammer taking the fight to Shawn Michaels on the outside of the ring. You have to think, if Kyle Hammer beats Shawn Michaels here, Team WWE's got to be in a little bit of a concern here. Because if Kyle and Amazing and Chaz and all of them go up 3-1, then that means there's only 2 matches left after this, which is Mr. Amazing versus The Rock and Chaz versus Triple H, which means WWE would have to win both of those if they want to tie this thing up and keep it as a tie. Oh, no, leg drop to the back of the head of Shawn by Kyle Hammer. Blaze says, I have $1 million. No, you don't. That's Monopoly money. Hulk Hogan says that he's a legend. Yeah, and so? You lost. You lost to Taylor. Good day, sir. Right now, though, Michaels take his time. There's the 10 count to Shawn, but remember, this is to a 20 count. Kyle might have a tough time against Shawn Michaels. Well, there you go. But Michaels is taking his time on the outside of the ring. Oh, Kyle Hammer, though, is trying to sell Michaels. He's caught him up, and a hammer drop to Shawn Michaels. Kyle Hammer might just win this. Kyle Hammer. Kyle Hammer, is he beating Shawn Michaels? No, he hasn't. Almost a victory there, but a kick out by Michaels. Hulk's trying to go after the Booker. He's trying to go after Ricky Choshu. Hulk says, you can't use my leg drop, brother. What do you mean? Taylor used it. Taylor hit a diving leg drop earlier. There's a kick to the back of Michaels. We all know Michaels' issues with back injuries. There was one that almost ended his career. There's a takedown by Shawn. Shawn rolling around here on Kyle Hammer, and a slap to the back of his head. Now look at this here. Choking here on Kyle Hammer's Michaels. Back to his feet, it's Kyle Hammer. Michaels throwing him over his back. I'm surprised Michaels doesn't try to go for his elbow drop. Or maybe he's trying to set up for Sweet Chin Music. Yeah, after this, I believe it's Mr. Amazing versus The Rock. So that's going to be very interesting, considering that The Rock wants the Wolfman's soul, a.k.a. Matt Bennett. He wants his soul. Michaels on the attack. Michaels kicks him on the arm. Michaels going for Sweet Chin Music. Michaels connects. Shawn connects, but he's down. Michaels can't get to the pin. Shawn Michaels is too weak to get to that pin. Michaels is crawling over. He's trying to crawl over to Kyle Hammer. He's too weak. And a Hammer, Michaels trying to back up to their feet. Cover on Hammer. And a kick out by Kyle. That was a long wait there for Michaels. Kyle's just trying to back up to his feet. Michaels went for a pin. But Kyle kicked out. Shawn drops the stomp there on Kyle's head. Shawn, let me say your pile driver. Could be going pile driver. No, instead, going for the suplex. Kyle up in the air. Kyle's trying to block it here, and he does. Good job by Hammer to block and take the leg out of Shawn Michaels. Shot there by Kyle on Michaels. Michaels trying to stop him, and Hammer drops him with a gorilla press. Michaels back to his feet with a kick up. Hammer clotheslines him down. Shawn's the one now in trouble. Kyle Hammer throws Michaels over the top rope. Hulk Hogan says he was supposed to be the Iron Taylor. again, if this was normal WWE rules, then Taylor would have been counted out. Because Taylor got back from the ring at the count of 12, and not the count of 10. Like I said, if it was only a 10 count for a count out, Hulk Hogan would have won. But Hulk Hogan doesn't know that because he doesn't know the rules. He's an idiot. Counter by Michaels, but Michaels came to the win here on the floor. And Kyle's thrown into the ring post by Shawn. Michaels getting back in the ring here, waiting for Kyle Hammer to back in. Michaels is saying to eat his dust. Not only that, but he's doing it near the BMW part of the ring. Kyle waiting for a time to get back in here. Referee and Shawn get bumped by Hammer's foot there. Shawn ducks under on Kyle Hammer. Michaels leapfrogs. Michaels drop kick. Michaels, then desperation stomped that leg of Kyle. Shawn could be going moonsault. Shawn going high risk, instead splashes down on Kyle Hammer. And now Michaels going back up. He's going for the elbow. He's going for the elbow to Kyle Hammer and drops that elbow. Shawn Michaels dropping the elbow. Doesn't go for the pin right away, though. Shawn, that might be a bad idea there, Michaels. Michaels going for the pile driver. Michaels got him up in the air. And a pile driver to Kyle Hammer. Shawn into the cover, center of the ring. Michaels to beat Kyle. And Shawn Michaels has tied it up. Shawn with a pile driver to Kyle Hammer. Sweet Chin Music doesn't get the job done, but a pile driver by HBK does. Which means it's going to come down to the final two matches here tonight. See who wins this battle before Fury Reign. But Michaels gets the win over Kyle Hammer. You gotta believe that Team WWE is relieved right there that Shawn Michaels tied it up. And it'll come down to these two, and then our main event isn't really involved in it, but our main event's a world title match. But we'll see what will happen here, as it's going to be Mr. Amazing versus The Rock. The series here is tied up 2 apiece. Macho Man and Taylor have the points for the War Council and the NWO, while Andre the Giant and Shawn Michaels have the points for Team WWE. Let's see here if Amazing can get them up 3-2, or is The Rock going to play some spoiler and put Team WWE up by a point? Yeah, like I said, I got the NWO attire on for Mr. Amazing. Switched most of his looks to black. Gave it a new little icon, an NWO icon there, like a half Wolfpack, half black there for Mr. Amazing. And then I, of course, gave him some NWO pictures on his shirt and stuff like that. Down goes Amazing in the corner, thanks to The Rock. If The Rock wins, then Triple H will have to beat Chaz to make sure that this thing does not end in a tie. But if Amazing wins, all Chaz has to do is win, or if they both get counted out, then it's a win for the War Council and the NWO. Let's see here. Amazing drops The Rock on the floor. You want to be very interesting? Ones in this match here ends on a double countout or double disqualification. And it comes down to Chaz versus Triple H. That would be super interesting to see how that would end. Hulk Hogan is saying, good for you, Shawn Michaels. Amazing trying to reel on Mr. Amazing here. So is Ray Little, and the others here in the back there are part of the War Council and NWO. Counter by Mr. Amazing on The Rock. Drop kick to the knee of The Rock by Amazing. Hulk says you can't use the NWO. What do you mean? We weren't the ones that came up with the NWO. Neither were you, Hogan. There's a clothesline there by Amazing on The Rock. Amazing uses power. And a big running power slam, Mr. Amazing. Rock, though, back to his feet. Clothesline caught The Rock again. Rock has to roll out of the ring to get away from Mr. Amazing. And a German suplex to the floor to Amazing. Rock, though, now in control of Mr. Amazing with the DDT on the outside. Hey, even if you're amazing, if this match ends on a double countout or something like that, you just still rely on Chaz to finish this day off. And if it does come down to Chaz versus Triple H as the decider of this little sequence of matches, I think that puts more pressure on Triple H than it does the Chaz. Right now, The Rock throwing amazing into the steel steps. Hogan says Ron was one of the original members. Yeah, well, technically we're not. Because it started with Hall and Nash. Then you came into the NWO. So really, yes and no, Hogan. So how about you shut up? Amazing back up to his feet. Amazing taking his time here on the floor. Remember, he can take as much time as he wants. Amazing back up to the ring. Uh-oh, Rock's caught into a bear hug. And a rope break there as his hand touched the top rope. And a shot there by Mr. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, I thought he was going for that amazing bomb, but a neck breaker to The Rock. The Rock now in trouble. Amazing. Going to lift him up again. And a front power slam to The Rock. This is what you got to do if you're amazing. You got to keep on The Rock if you want to win, but here comes The Rock. Slams down Amazing with authority. Where's Rock going? I thought Rock was thinking maybe going to the outside of the ring for something. Rock up top, but look at Amazing staring down The Rock. The Rock axe handles him right in the back. Amazing going to the corner, getting away from The Rock. Maybe playing possum, maybe? Who knows? And oh, an elbow right near the throat of The Rock by Amazing, but The Rock has got Amazing up. Amazing trying to block it here, and he does. And now Amazing's the one that's trying to end this. The Rock eats a clothesline by Amazing. Amazing holds on. Amazing hits another one. And now hops again over. Amazing's going to hit a third one. 3 of them, The Rock. Blaze is yawning. Blaze, how about you shut up? Cover here, Amazing, to pin The Rock, to put his team up by a point. And a kick out at 2 by The Rock. Amazing, staring down The Rock. Amazing, thought he was going for the Amazing bomb. He might be going for the top rope one. Nope, back elbow in the corner for Mr. Amazing. Blaze says no. Blaze, shut up. How about you just shut up? We don't need you here anymore, Amazing. Or Blaze. And again, The Rock getting away from Amazing so he can't go for the Amazing bomb. Amazing's still fired up and sends The Rock over the top rope. Blaze says I'm not leaving. Well, then why? You're not needed here anymore, Blaze. All you do is cause trouble, so how about you just leave? Slamming The Rock's head off the mat is Amazing here on the outside of the ring. Amazing. Throws The Rock off the steps. Steel steps right on the rims of The Rock by Amazing. Blaze says, pay me? No, because most of your pay goes to your fines that you haven't paid. So really, we're not paying you anything because, you know, you have to pay your fines. Amazing. Again, throwing The Rock near the steps. Count of 5 here. Amazing drops the leg. Mr. Amazing with a leg drop of his own to The Rock. Take that, Hogan. He's going for a shot here. Counter by The Rock. 7 count here to Amazing and The Rock. Rock thrown into the steps again. Mr. Amazing again throwing the steps on The Rock. And now look at this. Amazing taunting The Rock. This is not good for The Rock. I know that Triple H must be sweating bullets a little bit, maybe. Halfway to a count out here. Count of 10. Amazing's getting back in the ring. We might have a count-out victory maybe for Amazing. Nope, Amazing's going up. If I'm Amazing, just stay in the ring. Amazing drops the elbow. Rock is back up. Amazing and The Rock. The Rock will drop Amazing on the floor of the DDT. Amazing. Oh, counter by Amazing. Amazing with a spine buster. The Rock is out here on the floor. Who's better, The Rock or Triple H? That's a good question. Depends really on certain things. I think as a wrestler, I think Triple H is better. But if you go for, like, I don't know, talking or entertainment, it's The Rock. Rocking up slowly back up to his feet. The Rock flexing and screaming at the fans. Amazing, saying it's over here. Put the fingers down. The Rock is back in the ring. Rock. I thought he's going rock bottom, but no. Instead, he kicks off Amazing's head with a clothesline. Covered to Amazing by The Rock. The Rock to win the match. No, kick out Amazing. Amazing. Rock bottom. Well, The Rock bottom and Mr. Amazing. That might do it. Has The Rock beaten Amazing? No, he hasn't. Mr. Amazing kicks out of The Rock bottom. The Rock, looking to put away Amazing. Clothesline in the corner by The Rock. Amazing kicked out of The Rock bottom. But the question will be, if the People's Elbow hits, will that be the end of the match? The Rock misses he missed the drop kick, and Amazing hits a leg drop on the back of his head. Cover on The Rock. Amazing get the win. Rock kicks out. Rock trying to get back up. Amazing. Again, I thought Amazing was going for his Amazing Bomb, but he doesn't. Gun wrench to The Rock. The Rock trying to get back up to his feet here. Rock caught Amazing. The Rock suplex to Mr. Amazing. The Rock hit the spine buster. No, he's not going for it. I'm shocked. I thought he was saying spine buster, but no. Usually spine buster says of a People's Elbow, but no. A suplex into the ropes. Oh. Sharpshooter? Oh, no way. He's going to be with a sharpshooter. No counter, Amazing. Amazing blocks the sharpshooter. And now The Rock's in trouble. Amazing firing off here on the ropes. Off the ropes goes The Rock. Punched by Amazing. Amazing. Throws The Rock off the ropes. Spine buster by Mr. Amazing. Amazing into the cover on The Rock. No, The Rock kicks out. Well, The Rock's in trouble. Amazing going for the submission on The Rock's arms. He's got the bite locked in. Amazing's got it locked in as The Rock going to tap. And will The Rock tap out? Can you imagine The Rock tapping out to Amazing? Amazing instead lets him go. Hey, Chaz. Chaz, you got the semi-main event tonight. The Rock's out. I think The Rock is out cold. Amazing's got it locked in again. The Rock has nowhere to go. The Rock has no ropes to look at. Rock is in trouble. Can Amazing make The Rock tap out? No. A third time. He's got it locked in a third time. 3 times in a row, Amazing's locked this hold in on The Rock. Rock has nowhere to go. He's trying. The Rock is tapped out. The Rock is tapped out to Mr. Amazing. Amazing just kept blocking that submission in and again every time on The Rock. Every time he lost his grip, Amazing let go, then he locked it right back in. 3 times are the charm for Amazing. He's beaten The Rock. That means the War Council and the NWO are up by 1. All they need to do is to either win the match or just take a double countout or double DQ and they win this thing. But WWE has to win their next match if they want to tie this. If they want to end this in a tie, they have to win this next match. Now you gotta believe Triple H is sweating bullets. He's got Chaz. If, like I said, Chaz doesn't even have to win the match. If he loses by double countout or double DQ, then that means that Shockwave Wrestling in the NWO wins. Otis says he cheated. No. Rock says Amazing. Your son has until Reign of Fury now. Let's see here. Can Chaz get the job done? So much pressure now is on Triple H. So let's see here tonight. Can this thing be ended by Chaz? With him up 3-2, it puts so much pressure on Triple H. Heck, Chaz can even win this match by time limit draw. All he has to do is just, run out the clock, and it's over. In the corner, big clothesline early on here by Triple H to Chaz. Stuttered there a little bit by accident. But yeah, already Triple H is rolling up by Chaz. Chaz to steal one and a quick kick out there by Triple H. That would have been funny if that ended right there off that roll up by Chaz. I would have laughed. Can you imagine that quickly it's over? And stomped to the chest of Triple H there by Chaz. I like the odds here for Chaz. You know, Triple H has got to be sweating bullets. That's all up to him now. And Chaz has got to be as cool as a fridge right now. You got to believe he's got to be feeling good. He's feeling calm and relaxed. I know there's a war of words going on between Taylor and The Rock. Triple H being desperate now, throwing Chaz in the ring post. He'll do whatever it takes to make sure that this thing ends in a tie. Chaz thrown back in by Triple H. Triple H trying to stay on Chaz here. And on the ropes, it's Chaz. Triple H firing off on the ropes. Brutalized Chaz to make sure that he can tie this thing up and end in a tie. And to send a little message to Mr. Amazing for later tonight at Fury Ring. Barrel shot by Triple H. More relentless shots here by Triple H. He is furious. He wants to win this bad. Over on Chaz, and a kick out from Chaz. Chaz, I will know he will not give up until his body says that it needs to give up. On the ropes, it's Chaz. Triple H blocked by the elbow of Chaz. And now Chaz is firing back. And down goes Triple H. You got beat. Stop crying, says Taylor to The Rock. Exactly, The Rock got beat. He tapped. He didn't just get beaten up. He tapped out to Mr. Amazing. Nice back body drop from Chaz. Chaz picks Triple H back up. He caught Triple H. Triple H went for a big strike. He got caught, and Chaz with a nice kick. Triple H goes to the corner trying to get away from Chaz. And look at these shots to the back of Triple H by Chaz. Smart move by Chaz. Brock says, why would I be crying? Because he lost. And now Chaz fired up. Uh-oh. He took a little bit too long, though. Off the ropes, leapfrog. Chaz catches Triple H with a big shot there. Al Mellis is cheering for Chaz. I don't blame him. I'm cheering for Chaz, too. That was called WWE the worst wrestling entertainment. Big time suplex there by Triple H. I think Triple H was kind of stunned that Chaz blocked the spine buster. Ray Little also cheering for Chaz. Hulk Hogan says you dropped the ball, Rock. Ooh. Oh, hold on here. Anyway, I just got off the phone there. How did Triple H win that, by the way? Did he pedigree Chaz? He must have. He must have pedigreed Chaz or did something to Chaz, but Triple H wins, which means this is going to end by a tie. That's going to send a message to Mr. Amazing. Yeah, how did Triple H even win that? I missed it because my mother called me. I had to answer a phone call. And of course, I missed the ending of that match. Oh, oh no. Did Triple H low blow Chaz? Did Triple H low blow Chaz? Oh, don't tell me he did that. Did Triple H really win by a low blow on Chaz or something like that? I'm going to have to go back and watch that, but oh. That's how that match ended? That's terrible. But I guess this is going to end by a tie, and I guess it's going to end at Fury Ring. The tiebreaker will happen at Fury Ring between Mr. Amazing and Triple H. Taylor wants a rematch. Like I said, it's going to happen at Fury Ring between Amazing and Triple H. That's going to be the tiebreaker. But now here's your main event of the show. For the MLW World Championship title, Yoshihiro Takayama will face the champion Alex Brimstone. Takayama's backed up by Takeo Amore, with, of course, his No Fear buddy, and Brimstone's backed up by Trevor. And, of course, the world title's on the line, and Alex Brimstone, the double world champion that he is, he won the MSW world title on Sunday against Kenta Kobashi. Of course, Kobashi's most likely going to get a rematch at some point down the line, saying that that Kobashi defended the title already before he lost it to Brimstone. We'll see when that happens. But this is the challenger here tonight for the World Championship title, Yoshihiro Takayama. Takayama is a winner. Everywhere this man has been, he has won the biggest prize at. The only place he hasn't yet is here. Amazing says, Chaz says, Mr. Amazing, I'm sorry to lose to Triple H. Again, if Triple H won by a low blow where he had to cheat during the match, again, that's not on Chaz. That's just Triple H going to his desperate tactics to beat Chaz. Blaze says he should be world champion? No. Exactly. Again, if Chaz lost because Triple H cheated, it's not on Chaz. That's just because Triple H was sweating bullets and he was pressured into cheating. There's the champion, Alex Brimstone, the double world champion. His first title defense as world champion here is right now. He won the title off of Devin after he became number one contender for the world championship title. Amazing says, it's okay, Chaz. I'll make him pay later tonight. Yeah, you guys got to face off in that tiebreaker. And hopefully Triple H loses. Exactly. If I didn't see the ending, but Triple H had to cheat to win. He just got desperate that he didn't want to have WWE be embarrassed by the War Council and the NWO. And that's not Chaz's fault. We got a long flight to Australia. Yeah, that's true. But here we go. Let's see if that flight to Australia for Brimstone will be a little bit less heavy for him if he loses that World Championship title to Takayama. Two big boys, both men over 6'5", both men over 250 pounds here tonight. So it's a good thing that the ring here is a little bit reinforced. Taylor says just two stooges. Are you saying his two stooges are Shawn Michaels and The Rock? It's a nice back suplex early on by Yoshihiro Takayama. Takayama will have the experience and the submission and technique over Brimstone, but I don't think Brimstone's got the power advantage over Takayama. Especially that Brimstone is a little bit taller than Takayama. Takayama, though, going for that leg of Brimstone. Takayama, former, of course, Pride fighter. He did Pride, he boxed, he did some MMA as well. So he needs to lock in a submission on someone. He can do that. Brimstone has never done anything like that, I don't think, but we'll see how that turns out for Takayama. Trevor already getting involved, taunting at Takayama, and they had a talk. The cover here And a kick out by Takayama. Hogan's the third stooge, says the Iron Tailor. Trevor, the power by Alex with a running power slam. Another early cover here by Alex and a kick out at 1. Alex already setting the tone of this matchup already. Throws Takayama into the apron on the ring and down goes Takayama. Alex setting the stage already, taking his time. That's a smart move by the champ. And fallaway slam, maybe? No, counter Takayama with a DDT. Big time counter by the challenger. Taylor saying that he respects Andre. Would love for you to join us. Well, we'll see what happens. We might get an answer at Fury Ring. You never know. There's a kick out at 1 by Takayama again. That's 2 kickouts tonight that Takayama's done at 1. Brimstone sends him over the top, and Takeyo Omori gets right into the face of Alex. Like their shirts say, Takayama and Omori have no fear. They will get into the faces of whoever they want to. Brimstone getting back in. Brimstone accidentally hits the ref. He did it again. He accidentally hit the referee twice. Well, by the way, if my phone goes off, I'll have to answer that too, but we'll see. Brimstone. Could be thinking, yeah, he's going up top, Alex. Alex Brimstone, top rope. You don't see this very often. Really, only Alex goes up there for desperation. Oh, that's flying shoulder tackle by the world champion. Good move by Alex, but there's a problem. Takayama's foot's near the bottom rope and an early kick out for the challenger. Alex going for his choke slam. And he connects. Choke slam. But Takayama's already back up to his feet. The challenger already back to his feet. Oh, he went for the knee trembler. No one's home. The crossface. Brimstone's got his crossface. Takayama trying not to tap. Trying to hang on. He rolls through. Gets out of that submission by by Alex. Shoulder tackle from the challenger. And now Takayama slam. Oh, with a running knee strike to the side of the head. Alex will have to watch for that German suplex, because if that connects, it might be over for his title reign. Knee trembler again. No one's home. An STO from Alex. Trevor cheering him on. Shot of that leg. Alex is fired up. He's got to stay fired up, though, if he wants to retain his title. Also, there's an exposed turnbuckle. Referee's trying to get over there to fix that buckle. And another diving shoulder tackle, but he can't go for the pin because the referee's distracted by that turnbuckle. Hogan says Andre's with us as he knows better. Sure, Hulk, sure. Brimstone. Maybe thinking crossface again. He missed. Oh, Takayama. Knee trembler. That could be a new world champ right there. Cover to win the championship. No. Close one there. We almost had a title change. Takayama almost just became the world champ, but a big kick out by the champion. Back in the ring. Takayama, Brimstone. Going for the choke slam. He stopped. Champion's up in the air. Snake eyes. Missed the knee drop. Brimstone's going for the crossface again. Brimstone's got it locked in. He's pulling back. Takayama's in trouble. And Takayama taps. Brimstone retains the World Championship. The champion retains here tonight. Keeps the title with him and Brimstone and Trevor and Amazing and Ray Little. Ray Little or Amazing just said, "Hey Hogan, isn't there some Make-A-Wish kid he went to go let down?" There you go. But Alex still the double world champion tonight, beating Takayama, making him tap out. You'll find out who his new challenger is probably next episode, as I think Waymaker has put his world title opportunity on the line against a couple of men. But good for Alex to retain his world championship title here tonight. against Yoshihiro Takayama. Wasn't an easy one for Alex, but he did retain. That's good for him. And wait, someone just did... Oh, no! Oh, no! Shawn Michaels has just came out and hit a chair right to the back of Trevor Johnson. And now The Rock and Triple H have gotten into the ring. And same with Hulk Hogan. And they're attacking Alex 3-on-1 in the ring. And even Shawn Michaels has gotten into the attack. It's a 4-on-1 attack to the world champion right now. Trevor's down off a chair strike by Shawn. And now we have a 4-on-1 attack to the world champion. Triple H, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, and Shawn Michaels are beating down on Alex. Taylor's trying to get into the ring. He's trying to, but someone's pulling him away from the ring. Someone is pulling Taylor away from the ring to stop him. The War Council's trying to hit the ring here. The War Council's running down to the ring. And wait a minute here. Triple H is asking for the microphone to say something to Mr. Amazing. Triple H, the microphone. Whoa, hold on there, Amazing. Whoa, hold on. Let's not get hard feelings here. All right, hold on here. The thing is, hold on. We're not doing this because we want to, send a message to you. We're doing this for a reason. But you and your boys stay right there. You and your boys stay right there, or Alex gets a leg drop. You stay there, or Alex gets a leg drop. The thing is, Mr. Amazing, I know what your plans are for Fury Reign. You're going to try to rig the match in your favor. I know you will, because it's your company. But the problem is, though, Amazing, I'm one step ahead of you. I'm not going to say what I'm planning for Fury Reign. By the end of Fury Reign, you will have to bow down to the real king of professional wrestling, because I'm going to be the one who's going to be taking over Shockwave Wrestling, and you're going to enjoy it there, Mr. Amazing. You will have to enjoy it, and the multiverse will thrive because of me. Because of me, I'm not going to let what your stupid little guy Vic Cruiser did. I'm going to make sure that the multiverse is used correctly, and that's to help the WWE become the most dominant company in professional wrestling. I'm not going to say what my plans are going to be there, Mr. Amazing, when it comes to when I take over Shockwave Wrestling. But the first thing I'm going to do when I take over Shockwave Wrestling is I'm going to replace all the history of Shockwave Wrestling with WWE history. I'm going to take all the people that won all the titles from beforehand and change them out with names from people that have worked for me and for Vince McMahon. Next, I'm going to remodel every single title that you have had and the current ones in Shockwave Wrestling. And I'm even going to do all the crazy stuff. And not only that, but I'm going to fire every single one of you stupid idiots that work for Shockwave and work for MSW in this company. Because when I take over Shockwave, none of you will deserve to be in Shockwave Wrestling. Or should I say, should it be really Shockwave Wrestling? No. Nah, it's not really going to be Shockwave. Because I'm calling it already that I'm going to beat you tonight in Sydney, Australia. Oh, God help you if I win? Yeah, God is the only way you're going to beat me. Because I beat your little pathetic friend, Chaz, earlier tonight. I proved the point that I can get the job done, no matter what's on the line. And like I said earlier, Amazing, I got a little trick up my sleeve. That if I have to resort to it, it's going to end Shockwave Wrestling forever. But before we go to Australia, there, Mr. Amazing, there's just one little simple thing I want to do, Bill. And it's nothing bad. I think this is actually a great thing. You know what, boys? get Alex back up to his feet, give him his world championship, and we'll send him on his way over. We'll send him on his way over to you guys. We'll let him go. All right, we're done with him. We'll let him go. We're done attacking people. We'll let Alex go. All right, so get him up on his feet, boys. Give him his world championship, and we'll let him go. And all right, I guess the Rock and Hogan and Shawn are helping Alex back up to his feet. The Rock has picked up the world championship title, and he has passed it to Alex, and he's patting him on the back after passing the world championship title. And so Alex has grabbed the title, he puts it over his shoulder, and he's starting to walk over the ring ropes, and Triple H from behind is hit him with a sledgehammer right to his back. Triple H has just hit Alex Brimstone with a sledgehammer right to his back. And another shot of that sledgehammer right to the back. Triple H has grabbed the MUW World Championship title. And now Triple H is looking to run away with the World Championship title. And now Taylor's trying to roll into the ring with The Rock. And Triple H goes to roll... not Triple H. Taylor tries to roll in the ring, and Hogan drops the leg on him. And now here we go, now in the ring. There's a brawl. There's a brawl that is spewed because of what just happened. Alex is down from a sledgehammer by Triple H. We just done an absolute insanity of a brawl. And there's only one person right now that's not doing anything. Andre's just sitting up on the ramp. He is not gone down to the ring. He is just standing there at the ramp, staring at what's going on. And it looks like Andre doesn't know what to do. He's wondering if he wants to help Hogan and Triple H and them, or does he want to go help Amazing and Taylor? He does not know what to do. Even the locker room's trying to do something here. It's crazy. It's insane. And there's only two people in the ring right now. There's only two people in the ring. That's Amazing and Triple H, and they haven't even started brawling yet. Triple H and Mr. Amazing are just talking. They're talking smack to each other, saying that that the other guy's not going to win, that they're going to make sure that what they say is going to come true. They ain't even thrown a punch yet. I think they're going to wait for Fury Ring to throw their punches. That is pure insanity what that is. But I'll let you guys go here, as that's going to end the show.